Hello, sacred souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is healing from the abuse of passive aggressiveness and similar things like snide remarks, that kind of stuff, right? Sarcasm, all those kind of things that are things that are said in a way that they actually mean something else, right? And I've had issues with a bunch of people over the years who, when I said one thing, thought that I had said something else because they were so busy interpreting meaning into what I had said that I didn't actually mean. But like it spun out of control, and it was so much more complicated than it needed to be because they couldn't function in a direct approach and like understand things in a direct way because of how they were raised, right? And I mean, most of us who attract those kind of people and situations also had some of that. So my narcissistic mother was very good at snide remarks and those kind of things, right? So some low dicks there. So like different people have had different experiences, but what all of that is a common thread is that things are not always said or understood at face value when maybe one person says or understands things at face value, but the other person doesn't mean it like that, right? Or doesn't understand it that way. So there can be a lot of trauma that comes from these kind of toxic interactions. So what I have here for us tonight is the hoisin sauce for the dark, low vibrational energies from the trauma that we carry in our energy field that also attracts those kind of situations. The yellow for the toxicity of that way of interacting. The red for anger. So a lot of times that's actually even suppressed anger that people might not even be consciously aware of, but that then often comes out in those low digs. And finally, the relish for the emotional vomit that can be related to that. So if you remember, I mentioned trauma dumping in one of my previous videos. So that was one of the situations that also triggered this video here. And it's just when someone has had a lot of trauma in that aspect and they then basically emotionally dump on you, right? So that's for that. I usually call that emotional vomit. And I feel like the relish looks pretty perfect for that sort of meaning. All right, so I will squeeze all of that into the glass jar that I will then flush down the toilet when I'm done with the ceremony. I don't really want to bring the camera to the toilet. I'm sure you can trust me that I will finish it. So that's basically it for today. And yeah, I'm leaving the little hand broom again. I feel this is actually a really good way to cleanse the energies. Sometimes I often use a feather, but recently I felt like with some of these energies that have been coming at us, it's like protection from dark witchcraft, even if the people don't consciously practice that. But when someone sends really dark, ill-wishing energies, that's basically what it is, right? So, all right. Let's smudge and get started. Please cleanse, clear, and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, low vibrational, and unhealed, and transmute it into pure divine essence and return it to the universe for reintegration. And the sirens are outside, so it's like, and I believe that's from an ambulance, if I can distinguish it correctly. So yeah, hurt, like being really hurt, like almost like it's urgent, right? Like emergency almost. Anyhow, sorry, just a side thing. And help us fully and completely reconnect to our own inner divinity, as well as that all around us. And through that, help us be in oneness with all of creation. Thank you, Dankeschön, all my relations. All right. I want to give thanks to the divine team for all the blessings that we have in our lives, even if sometimes we can get so blinded and sidetracked by the distractions. See, okay, so that's something that they don't want us to become aware of. The distractions of the 3D world, right? So we have to be mindful of all the things that distract us from our spiritual connection. Thank you. Okay, so again, thank you for helping us reconnect, even if for a little while we might have slid back down again into a darker spiral. And thank you for helping us back out of that again. So many times in the ascension process, it's like we're going up, up, up until it goes back down again, and then we work our way back up again, right? So it's not always a linear path, but we are ascending, we are improving and healing and so on. Thank you. All right, with that being said, I ask to have all darkness that comes from unhealed trauma that we have experienced regarding passive-aggressive abuse and behavior towards us, and that we have also allowed in, either by taking it very personal when really it was the other person's toxicity that was just coming out, but also absorbing it to the point that we might have also dished it out at some point, right? And towards some people. So let us heal from all this darkness, from all the hurt, pain, and suffering associated with this passive aggressiveness. And let us also heal from the toxicity of that passive aggressive behavior. And see, it actually didn't even want to come out. Like it feels like it's so in our energy field. Let all that toxicity come out of us that others have dumped on us and that we have absorbed and taken in, and maybe taken to heart a little too much. And let any and all related and associated anger, suppressed and otherwise, come out of us as well, so that we can be in positive, happy, peaceful, loving, harmonious energies again. Let all that anger be squeezed right out of us in our energy field. And finally, let all that emotional vomit that was dumped on us come out of us, come out of our energy field. And let us be free from all these toxic, dark, low vibrational energies and all that emotional garbage and vomit that has jammed up our energy field and that we have absorbed. Let joy return to us again, represented by these bells that always remind me of German carnival. The way it's practiced in the southwest, in the Swabian region where I'm from, there are full body costumes, and they often wear anklets with bells like that, but kind of similar to these, but with bells. And when they hop and jump in the parades, then you hear a lot of that. And to me, I associate that with fun and joy and happiness, right? Whew. Let all the joy and happiness return to us, and let us fully and completely release these toxic energies. All that darkness. Let peace re-enter our energy field. Let us have inner peace, love, and harmony again. And let us return to a state of innocence, just like children. What else was coming through is to not take it personal anymore. When people react in a way that is completely surprising to us, where they're clearly working through their own stuff, that we no longer let that in. We no longer take that personal. We no longer take on their trauma. It is theirs to heal from, not ours. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. All right, everyone, let the ceremony now be finished, and let us give massive amounts of love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings to our divine team. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And please open the circle of protection around us and let the ceremony be fully and completely finished. But keep us very strongly safe, shielded, and protected by a 12D shield with golden light with the divine seal of protection. And so it is. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, for being a part of the ceremony, and for being on your own healing and ascension journey. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to donate to the channel further, there's a PayPal link down below. Also, if you would like to join the Positive Perspective Support Circle on the 23rd of November, the details are on the Facebook page Alamanic Shaman, or you can head to meetup.com. I opened a group there just with the name Positive Perspective Support Circle. So either way, on both of those, you will find the information. I will post the exact link closer to the date, probably like midweek. So, well, I guess it's a week from now, roughly. So midweek, probably Wednesday, I will then post the exact link. And I hope to see many of you there. And in the meantime, I'm sending you tons of love, light, and blessings. Be well until next time, and I wish you great abundance. May truth and integrity always be with you. Bye for now.